Welcome back, people. This one has got twists and turns and epic things to announce. Some big changes happening in the Poseidon world, but for now, welcome back to, what I've been doing basically is getting all the terracotta. I got one skulker box full of orange, one skulker box of, I think, yellow, and then the rest normal terracotta, the stuff that you can actually dye. And then what I'll do is I'll get loads of dye and dye one box. So I'll have one of every colour in Minecraft. Job done. Back at main base. I also got one skulker box worth of orange sand. But right now you're gonna follow me into the Nether, because I've got this idea. I've seen this other guy do it, and I thought, well, I've never done this inside any world whatsoever, and I'm going to be building basically 6 beacons. One made out of copper, one made out of iron, one made out of diamond, one made out of emerald, one made out of, the big one, and the hardest one out of all the beacons is a netherite beacon. I've never done that, so I looked at things I've not done in Minecraft or achieved, and looking at other people's YouTube videos, one of the things that these guys wouldn't leave me alone. I got attacked. Jeez, just want to get in there. So if I'm going to do 6 beacons, I'm going to need 18 wither skulls. I can tell you, people, when I start, you're going to see me start doing this now, right? It took me hours and hours to get 18. It was monotonous, crazy. I died several times. I tried different techniques just to get wither skulls. It was just, I must have killed hundreds of them guys. Hundreds to get 18. Bloody hell. That was nasty, man. I died several times. I got up to, I think, 36 XP. And I got caught in a rock and a hard place. And they know, they just know when you are a bit low on health, they come from nowhere. Not just the ghasts, not just these guys. These hot rods, I've certainly got enough hot rods now, people. Blazing rods, blazing rods. I've definitely got enough blazing rods now for this world. I don't need any more. Literally don't need any. I've got enough. And of course, you know I do it already, but I was there for, I think, across 2 days gameplay just to get 18 wither skulls. It was crazy, but was it enjoyable? Yes and no. It's just a grind. Again, a grind. That's why I've named this. I mean, even collecting all that terracotta was an absolute grind. And I've named this part or this episode the Grind Palace. Not the Grand, the Grind. Because it's all a grind, isn't it? It's going to be a grind. If I'm going to build 6 beacons, I'm going to need a lot of emeralds, a lot of diamonds, a lot of copper, a lot of iron. What other one is the gold? A lot of gold. It's going to be great. And then a lot of netherite. I mean, the netherite is going to be the biggie, the hard one. It just is. I'm going to be there for days doing that one. But either way, it was a lot of grinding and a lot of... That's what it's going to be, isn't it? Lots of grinding. So to build... I called it the Grind Palace. That will dictate to you, should do, I am building a palace. And of course, I'm going to be grinding to build the palace, to get the resources to build it. Wow. There's so much coming. You're going to see that in a bit anyway. We'll get to that in a minute. But this was crazy, but good fun getting back in the Nether. And a bit later, I don't show you this, but I nip off for a little adventure. I sort of go in for I start netherriting. I go back to spawn base and have a bit of fun there, trading, getting some more mending boots and bits and bobs. And while I was there with an okay diamond kit on, I thought, why not get these up to scratch up here just for fun? I don't need to do that. I could have carried on with building. I could have carried on with grinding. Or I just wanted a break from doing grinding. So I thought, well, I'll do these then. I'll do some serious trading and get some serious emeralds and different bits and bobs. So I thought, why not? So I spent 2 days gameplay there, just doing up this diamond kit. And then I got bored of doing that. So I thought, well, instead of 2 choices, go back to the grind and get the bits and bobs for the palace, etc., etc., etc. Or I can do this, or I can do that. I said, I know what I'll do. I'll go into the nether, and I'll go for the netherite, and I'll try and get a netherite. I'll boost this kit up now to netherite. So while in the nether, I discovered a path. I thought, what's that path go to? So I went off into the path, and then I got completely lost, and then I got into an old place. I thought, bloody hell, I'm out. Thank God for that. But I was thousands and thousands of miles away from spawn base. I thought, well, that's it. Then I'm having a little adventure then. Sorry. So I went on a mega adventure and discovered new things. But that's just an adventure I went on. As for this, yeah, it's still, you're going to see this, and then I start building. I'll look at the foundations and plan out. By the end, you'll get a full gist of what the palace will look like, and basically what it's going to be, hopefully. See, in the old, if you look at all the palaces, if you go on YouTube and type in top 10 palaces, they've got these lovely manicured gardens. They've got these lovely. I'm thinking about the hanging gardens of Babylon, and I'm thinking of that. Do you know what I mean? I've got 14 skulls there. Do you know what I mean? I need 4 more skulls. But look at that. Look at the blazing rods, people. Look at the coal. I'm all right for coal, people. But then I do go trading hard inside the ocean monument, and yeah, I took a hammering, people. I took a hammering. Look at that. That was virtually a full set of diamond kit. I took a hammering. Shit, it were bad. It were bad. But 14 wither skulls. I need 4 more. That's where that bit ends. And of course, there you go, people. That's me done. I'm going to put those 4 and 18 wither skulls. I've got now virtually what we've got, three and a half stacks of 3.5 stacks of hot rods. Shit. Now it's about, oh yeah, I got away with it, not too bad there. So I've got all my terracotta, that's all working. I can go, I've got to do all bits and bobs and take what I want from this place before I scoot off home. Break all the skulker boxes, put them in there into the ender chest. Make sure they're all safe. Job done. I'll leave all this other rubbish here. If I need more terracotta or I need more wither skulls, but once I've got 6 beacons, right, and I've got 6 wither stars, I'll make the beacons. Job done. I'll never need another wither skull again because I'll have 1 of each. That'll be that ticked off. So it's like having these things that you've never done in Minecraft and just ticking them off. I said that way back when I completed the dragon in the fortress. Where do you go next? What do you do? Well, you have to build. And do you know what? In the past, I'd say 2 months, 3 months, I've been building in different worlds that you don't see. And I got into the building, but I thought, I know what I need to do. I'm enjoying this building process in this world. Why can't I just build inside the Poseidon world? Why not? Why not do a mega base on land? At least then it'll look nicer, Having it inside that little tiny ocean monument, it's good. It's there. It's a backup. It's also not the main. I wouldn't say main storage, but it's definitely a lot of storage there. And the idea was to live there. But do you know what? I think I might go for a palace. I'm thinking I'm calling it the Grind Palace, and different bits. And it's going to look, I think it's going to look cool. With 4 big towers on the corners. And then that would be like the first tier. Then the second tier. And then on the third tier, if you like, that's where the palace will be. each tier then will have gardens and hanging plants and waterfalls coming off it. It will look pretty cool. I think it will anyway. That's my idea. So yeah, that's it, people. I'm on the way back to the Ocean Monument, because I haven't got that. I haven't given that a name. Do you know what I mean? All I'm referring to that. Now I'm giving this place an actual name in a minute, anyway. So here we are, people. All the terracotta is here, ready to go. Thank you. Hey, just gotta dye all that now and then smelt it once I've done it, and then I'll put them into the boxes. Do you know what I mean? So I'm okay for hot blazing rods, people. Look at it. Shit. Plenty of other crap. I thought I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with this stuff. Once I've got to do this yet. I haven't. There's purple. There's that one. There's that one. And then all the way along there will be glazed terracotta. A whole barrel's worth of glazed terracotta. Yeah. Why not listen to the tune, eh? Hey, hey. Yeah, and I've got 18. I've put these 18 in here, ready to go. I haven't done that yet. That'll be next week. I'll be fighting 6 withers. 6? Yeah, not all at the same time, people. Yeah, I'll be doing that separately. Oh, needed that cup of tea. So, basically, I think I'll go off and do some grinding now. Some more grinding. And that's to get the start the foundations off to my palace and gardens. Yeah, if you go on YouTube and type in 10 famous palaces around the world, there's plenty there to go at. And you see what a palace is. And most palaces have manicured gardens. They have a country kitchen garden area, blah blah. I'm going to create the same sort of thing here, and it'll be a palace set for a king. That'll be me, of course. It's going to be good, people. It's going to be good. So, where are we now? Yes, I've been doing a bit now. Look, I'm okay. I'll just tell you now. By the time I finish doing the foundation where I want it to be and dug out the bottom bit of the foundation, I'm okay for sand and I'm okay for dirt, people. I'm just okay. I've got so much of it. I'm overflowing with dirt and sand. But that's going to be good later on, isn't it? Of course it is. When I build the palace out. I might have a few sandy bits, do you know what I mean? Yet? I don't know. As I'm going, I'm designing. You know what I mean? So this is where the palace will be. This is what I've designated. I've got this lovely mine and that wood to the left. This, from the edge of that tree, all the way around to where that far right sandy beaches or sandy layers are, that's where the palace will be. Yeah. It's going to be epic, people. I've just got to take all this down to water level, basically. So yeah, I go hammer and tong with the diamond, everything. All this has got to be taken up. And then once I've got rid of all of that, I then have to take one more layer down because I want the floor to be level with the water. So there you go. A lot of grinding. This was a grind and a half. I think I was doing this for 4 days, just doing the foundation. Shit. I went through, I think, 3 diamond shovels, and then after I thought this is getting too expensive, I might just do basic stone tools, job done. And that's what I did, people. I think I went through about 15, 20, maybe 25 stone shovels just to get it all done. Possibly at least 7 or 8 stone picks. OMG. This took a long time. I'll take a break. I've tried what I'm doing now is I'm playing different games. I think I've started playing I've been playing GT7, I've just brought the TT Ride on the Edge, the first one. So I mean, in between doing all this, when I get really tedious and bored, I won't go on an adventure. I go on a different game just to break it up a bit. Look how I want that all gone. All that's got to go, because this is what I've designed. This is the outskirts of the property, of the garden area anyway. So all that's got to be taken down to the level, and then one more layer upon that one. Crazy amount. But when you see the end result, people, you can see why, it works. It'll work. This will be my most epic build of all time. Never mind the fortress. I'm learning different techniques to make it look cool. So what I might do is, because the monument is made out of that lovely ocean monument, and I've got lots of that brick, I might incorporate those bricks into this build so it connects the ocean monument to the palace. So I might sort of integrate those lovely green bricks into this build. That's the idea. But yeah, I chose then that this itself has to be squared off a little bit. Just square it off a little bit so it isn't so horrible looking. Yeah, finish these blocks off. Make sure this is all solid ground-ish. And I'm sort of happy, do you know what I mean? I've got to do some other little bits of changes, etc. But essentially, that's all flattened. And that took about 3 days of gameplay just to get to that stage. The next part for me is to take it down one more layer. And I was iffing and ahhing whether to do it or not, do you know what I mean? But if it isn't down on the water level, it means that when you get out the boat, you've got to step up into, and keep stepping up. I thought, don't want to do that, do you know what I mean? I won't come off the boat and walk straight into the palace. Tough choice, isn't it? When you haven't got a set plan, do you do it on paper? You could do it on paper. You could do it in a thingy, Photoshop or Photoshop-like program. You could, but I do it on the huff, and I do it straight off the cuff. And I think if it looks, I'll try and make it look cool. That's what I'm saying. If I can integrate those lovely green stuff into it, like those green bricks on the wall, these green bricks, them. If I can get them into the build, then it connects the ocean monument and the Poseidon narrative all the way through. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I don't know how it's going to look. I'll build it. If I don't like it, I can rip it down and start again, can't I? Who cares? But yeah, I want to get these stone bricks in all around the edge. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm showing you now. So that at least then you can dig out. But I thought, nah, I don't want it to step up. But I do want it 2 bricks deep all the way around to start with. Then later I might change that too. But at the moment, I think I'm happy with 2 bricks. 2 bricks down around all the way around. Job done. I mean, this, when I finally finish doing this cornering and doing this side of it, it's sort of you go into your own zone, your own little place as you're shoveling sand away, and eventually, before you know about it, when you've thought about what you're going to do to the palace, you've done 20 rows. Do you know what I mean? I had to take it down in segments, in little tiny sections, and then build on that section and go to the next section just to get it down. It was monotonous. This was a grind. That's why I called it the Grind Palace. It was crazy, people. Absolute crazy. But you can see now that all of that's been done. Eventually. For you, it happened in an instant, virtually. In an instant. Yeah, I've got this idea of making like 2 segments of landing bays. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether I want to take it all the way along here. I don't know. But that's now dug out. That took 3 days. That's why it's taken 9 days to get to the point where we are today. You know what I mean? Set 9, might actually be 10 days with the today. And by the time you see this, it'll be 11 days, I think. 10 or 11 days for you for the last video upload. Crazy. It was a grind. An absolute grind. That's why I'm naming this the Grind Palace. That's what I've chosen. I mean, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good name. Instead of the Grand Palace, I think it's a bit quirky, isn't it? You know what I mean? So now I need lots and lots of stone. So I did a special Silk Touch pick and made sure it's got almost good stuff on it. And now I mine lots and lots of stone so I can change it into the bricks. Happy days. I've got loads back at camp, but it's cobblestone, not stone. Do you know what I mean? I need to go off and build the big one. I did say either last part or the part before it, I'm going to be building the big one. Well, in this part, you're going to see me build the big one. You're going to see how I build it. So that it does smelting, it does smoking, it does cooking, and it also does, what's the other one? Smelting, cooking, bone mealing. So it does all those 4 things, and it all disperses it into one double chest. Job done. That's the big one. A lot of iron used, but at the end of the day, if that's the one central machine that does all those 4 things, why build 4 different machines? Build one big one. Job done. We'll have a cup of tea, aren't you? I know I'm burying that coal, but I don't mind, people. I don't mind. So we're going to need a lot of this stone. I'm not going to be putting that stone all the way across. It's where the foundation to the inner part of this palace. That floor will be a different type of floor. It won't be this brick. I might build the pillars or the towers out of this, or put it. I'll be using this a lot more of this brick into the build, alongside the green stuff. And I'm going to be putting glass windows maybe in there. I might try and get that green colour, green to turquoise blue, to marry or to keep that narrative going. The colour scheme of that green and blue. So I don't know yet. There are lots of choices to go yet, but it's going to look amazing. This palace on the corner is going to look amazing with the manicured gardens in an L shape around it. I'm absolutely 100% excited to carry on building. So right now I'm narrating this, and then after I'll probably give this world a little break for a couple of days and have some fun in another world somewhere, and then I'll get straight back onto it and start building, because that's basically what I've got to do now. I've got to build the palace. When I have to get an idea of the structure, I then can move on to the actual first tier. Because you've got first tier, second tier, and then on the top of the second tier, I'll be building the actual palace itself. And I'll be trying to recreate the Hanging Gardens of Babylon with the palace on top. So here's a big one, mate. Here's the big one. We've got a double chest and 4 hoppers. Job done. Then we put our 4 things. One in there. That'll be for smelting and things like that. That'll be for bone meal. That'll be for smoking. And then this will be also for smelting, but mainly ore. Copper, iron, gold. It'll all go in there. It's faster. So that'll be that's all 4 then. So I worked out I'm going to need 1 for this. I think I need 7 hoppers. 2 for each one of them and 1 more for the bone meal machine. So 7 hoppers. I'm going to stick 1 in there. Thank you. I'm going to stick 1 in there. That will feed it. Oh, what about this side? I know, I'll stick 1 in. I don't know. Yeah, I'll stick 1 in there. That'll do. At least he can have 2 on that side. And I think 1 goes in there. Thank you. I don't want to stick anything poking out, do you know what I mean? So we're going to stick one in there. One's going to feed the fuel, one's going to feed the actual stuff that we want smelting or cooking. I think I'm happy with that, people. I'm happy. Now we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 8 or 9 boxes. 9 boxes. Here we go, people. Yeah. I'm happy. I'd like them all facing the right way, though. There. Oh, I don't want that, do I? No, I don't want that one. I want it facing this way. So if it means me doing this, then I'll do this. I want them to look good. You get me? Come on now. That's it. I'm happy with that. That works for me. At least it's coming the right. It's facing the right way. That's cool. I'll just sort these double ones out. I don't like them. I want one single. I know what to do. You've got to have one facing the other way. That's fair dues. I don't know why I got rid of that one. I could have just left it there. Oh well. What can you do? Well, at least they're back to back. That'll do. There you go, people. There's me big one. It's all complete. What was I looking for? An axe, that's it. Get rid of all the wood. Thank you. The big one is complete. Let's get some cooking done. And some smelting. And some bone meal. Hey! I built this in, I think, the Icon world. And it worked a treat. Why not build it again? Job done. Everything you need to do is in there. And basically with all of that lava, just checking if it works. It's working, people. With all that lava there, everything's for free. All the smelting, everything's for free. Happy days, mate. Happy days. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Now I need something to smelt. I'll get some copper, why not? That will do, just to see if it works. Just so that we'll get some potatoes to get some smoking done. So, that's my smoker. Let's put the potatoes in there. Let's feed it some of this. Yes, that's working a treat. Let's give that some of this. Let's give it one of them. Yeah, let's try this one. Let's give that stuff. And that, yeah. That's it, people. Have a test run to see if it all works. Happy days, eh? Happy days. There you go, people. Easy peasy. I'm happy. Very happy. Because I'm going to do that with the grinding, do you know what I mean? So, for you, it's a split second. For me, it took hours. There you go, people. There's the foundation almost complete. I'm just picking and choosing. I don't want to put loads of blocks down, then having to rip them up, do you know what I mean? So I'm working out where the towers are going, where the gardens are going. These 4 squares you see here will be the 4 towers, 4 big towers, and then the centre will be the 3 tiers that go smaller and smaller inwards, and then the palace will be in the centre with the hanging gardens of Babylon, or lots of green foliage and bits and bobs around the other side. So it's going to look real rich, lush, and with lots of style. That's what I'm planning. I don't know what to do with this bit over here. I might convert that to being like a bamboo section. I don't know yet. Or it might be solid. I've just got to pick and choose what to do. So if you've watched this all the way through, I want to say thanks very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time when I can continue the build of the palace. Thank you very much for watching. And goodbye. Thank you.